Welcome back, everybody, to the STBN server. I am the Kerrnel. Thank you for joining me today. So today we are going to work on a special build. We've needed a Nether Wart farm, or Nether Wart, to make some Red Nether Bricks. And to do that, you need 2 Nether Bricks and 2 Nether Wart. And I don't think anybody has a Nether Wart farm anywhere around, and we need a lot of it in order to make the Nether Wart Red Nether Brick. Are you serious? Are you serious? So we are going to get to work on that today. And today just happens to be the first day, or at least this episode's going up on a Friday. Friday of Memorial Day weekend here in the United States. So I am going to do, what I normally do on a Memorial Day weekend and kind of do something military themed. So, if you've watched my channel at all over the last couple of years, you know that I really love the Poppy. I am Canadian, so Poppy is synonymous to me with the military and military appreciation, and remembrance. So I am going to make a Poppy. I've had this idea for probably since the last server. I've wanted to do like a Poppy shaped or Poppy themed Nether Wart farm. I think it would be cool. It's not as intricate as I wanted it to be, but it does have the give the effect that I desire. So that's what we're gonna work on. Now I've just been watching Hermitcraft episode season 5, and I noticed that Tango has come up with an AFKable design, which I'm jealous about, because an AFKable Nether Wart farm sounds pretty freaking cool to me. It looks awesome. I don't know if I have the patience to do something like that. It's funny how when you are trying to find ideas for stuff, and they're not coming to you, and then you see somebody else's video and you're like, oh my god, how did I not think of that? And that's kind of where I'm at with Tango. The mechanics are very simple, and the actual build itself is very simple. It's complicated, but it's not like intricate redstone or anything like that. So it looks really cool, and I may attempt it at some point in creative, or maybe on the next server. I don't know, unless they've changed the mechanics. So anyway. Thought I'd mention that in case anybody suggests using an AFK Nether Wart farm. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use the traditional, water method on this one. So we are going to go 17 wide. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on this side. We're going to go 8 on this side, and we're going to actually cut into the mountain a little bit, which is kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. So we've got 1, 2. Crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so I'm going to ring this around. We're going to do 8 again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then once we've got all these in place, and actually it's going to go, so let's see, we've got 8, and then I think we go 2, and then it's going to go 3 down. 1, 2, 3, and I think it's going to be the same pattern. 2. Did I mess it up? Certainly did. Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. So I did this in creative, and I screwed up my counting somewhere. I know, shock, right? I think this goes 3. No, it goes 2. Man. It goes 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Did I miscount this? No, not already. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Oh my god. Where would I be without counting? It's not 17. I'm looking at my notes. I scribbled something out. It's 11. Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good Lord. Have mercy on me, please. Golly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my Lord. Alright, so this is going to go 5. So that's 11. And then this is going to go 2 in, 3 down. And all should be well with the world. This is going 2 in. And then 1, 2, 3. Thank the Lord. Hallelujah. It meets up properly. Alright, so I'm going to continue to build this around. And then on the outside of this, we are going to have... It's probably... Oh, okay. I was going to say I wasted so much time. It's probably the nighttime. Alright, so this is going to go on the outside. And this is going to basically ring all the way around. And we are going to ring this around at a 35. We're going to use... Well, we're going to use Plotz is what we're going to use. I'll put a link in the description below. I use this site a lot to do ellipses. So I'm going to use plotz.co.uk. And we're going to do a 35 diameter ring on the outside. And then we're just going to fill it in with the white diorite. And that'll be our main surface. And then we'll get to work on the inside. So let me get the ring on the outside here done, and we'll be back in a sec. Alright, so this is what the general shape is going to look like. So I want to put a cap on it, and I'm going to use some glass for that. So we're going to make a dome, and then on top of the dome, we're going to have a farm that is going to basically provide the... If you ever look at a poppy, the middle of it's kind of like a green, and then the rest of it is red. So we're going to put some glass on top of this. It's going to be some light gray or maybe some just gray glass. But it will show through, and what we'll see through it is the Nether Wart that's been planted. And I think it looks really cool. But then we're going to have like a dome starting here, and we're just going to kind of go up a few levels, maybe 4 or 5 levels, or 4 or 5 rows. And then on top we're going to have just a basic little farm. We're never really, the intention is not to use the farm for anything at the top. It's just gonna plant some like carrots or something, but it's gonna look aesthetically the way that I want it to look. So I'm gonna get to work on putting the glass in here. This is gonna be one of those projects that we're probably gonna like do some stuff, then come back and show you, and then do some stuff, and then come back and show you. I've done a lot of time lapses so far this season, and I'm almost embarrassed by it. So I'm gonna try not to do that this episode. Plus, you know, I mean, it's all right. So we've got our dome in place. What I did was I used a sort of like an 8 high ellipsoid that was, I think, 29 wide. But I kind of fudged this a little bit, and I just kind of went with, I think this is 11, and then 7, and then 5, and then I just kind of chopped it off at the top, and this farm here is just kind of representing the middle. So a little artistic license, but we've got some nether brick here, and then underneath we've got a redstone block to power this lamp. We have another, where is it? I know I knocked one out here. There's another redstone block right next to it. We got a ton of redstone, so it's not a big deal. And that's going to light this lamp here, and I think that provides enough to cover this whole area, so nothing should spawn up here. So now we are going to... freaking mess of an inventory. Alright, so we've got all of the water in place. Let me put the nether brick back. There we go, and then we should be able to just... Well, it does look really good from an overhead. It looks good on a map. I've tried it out. When I was doing some mapping testing, it just happened to be in the area where this was built in my creative world. Am I going to be short on carrots? I just might be. Which sucks, because I just raided all of the carrots from the pig farm. I'm glad I bred them before. Because we're not going to have enough, I don't think. 37, oh, well, maybe we'll have enough. But yeah, this looks really cool, I think, from above. It does look green, and it's a good kind of green, no matter what texture pack you're using. So I'm really psyched about this. Alright, so I'm going to just cover these up with some brown wool. There we go. And we're all done. So let's check the light level here. Oh, I guess nothing spawns on farmland. Well, that was a waste. I thought stuff spawned on this stuff all the time. I guess not. Oh well. Never mind then. I guess we just wasted a couple of extra blocks. No worries. No worries at all. Alright, so next we are going to go down below. Actually, no, we're not. We are going to... I've got a little bit of an entrance over here. Just a natural one, so that we can get underneath. We're going to come up with a formal entrance a little later. But we are going to now pretty much slab everything up under here. Alright, so we've gotten this area dug out now. I must have miscalculated, or maybe... I think what happened was when I did this in creative, this area was flush. So as I'm covering out the area for the walls, I'm noticing that it's not lining up. So, and now that I think of it, I'm gonna have to do a whole crap load of terraforming, because the redstone back here is gonna extend back this way, and I'm pretty sure this layer of rock is, or this layer of stone is gonna be rock. Where did that come from? Rock. It's stone. So that's gonna be an issue, I think. So let me just, I'm gonna put the walls in here. So this is just gonna ring the whole way around. This is intentional. This is not. I don't want that there. Yeah. So this is gonna go across the top. So maybe it's not gonna be an issue. We'll have to wing it. See how things go. I really should look up every once in a while, and especially before recording, so that I can see what time of day it is, so I'm not recording at night all the time. Lord. So what I wanted to do is just kind of lay down the foundation for yeah, these are going to be a problem. I might have to move these. Pretty sure I'm going to have to move these. So I need to lay the foundation for all of the soul sand. So these are going to extend down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is going to fill in like this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to have 1. Actually, I need to do this one too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they meet. And then there's 1. So then we're going to dig down 1 more. And that's going to be the bottom layer. And this is all be soul sand down here as well. So let me continue digging this out, and we'll... Okay, so a couple of issues. I had to extend the ledge out here as well as over on the other side, because I needed to get a tunnel back in here to get access to the redstone and actually do the redstone. So I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, we've got this filled in with Nether Wart. I had an accident as I was filling in the dispensers. So I did run the dispensers in. So it looks as though, just from my boo-boo, that the water does flow the way I'm expecting it. So that's good. Alright, so let's head down. So I had to do a whole bunch of digging around here. I don't know what I'm going to do with the front here, but we'll figure that out. We may not figure it out this episode, because I'm already like several hours into this project. Did not expect to spend this much time on this. But it's all good. It's all good in the hood. So we've got a torch tree up here. So this button here is basically to harvest harvest all of the Nether Wart. And then you would grab you know, a load of it from the chest, go back up to the top, and then reload it all. So let's go up here, and this is the how you would get back up to reload it. Now I'm not expecting anybody to use this. This is more of a personal Nether Wart farm. I'd be happy to build another one over in the agricultural area, but because this is more of a monument, kind of a memorial thing, for Memorial Day, I figured I would leave it and just keep it over in my area. So we've got a little door here to get access to everything, and we can replant everything here. All of these guys are filled up with water. That took a while. Alright, so the torch tower, actually, I didn't show you the torch tower, but basically when you hit the button, there's that little ladder that we had back there. It basically runs up to a little room down here that has a torch that runs up to this. And right now it's off. Yeah, right now it's off. Wasn't sure if I actually had it connected up or not. So this one's off. And basically what we're going to have set up here is just a whack load of... Where... I guess, yeah, for some reason I thought I was missing something. I guess not. Alright, so... So this guy is going to power this block, and this is the only way that I can figure out to have enough redstone signal to reach everything and extend out, and also power this block here. So we've got a redstone signal go into the block, and then it's going to split out from here. So let's get all the way down to the end. Oh my lord, come on, man. Am I missing any? Nope. Alright, and this is going to split across, so this is going to service the left side, and then this side is going to service the right side. Because we got this little stair thing here, that's going to be a little bit of a problem, but it's alright. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then we'll stick a Peter under there and continue on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then this will go into here. So that's not what I want. I want it to go into here. And then this is going to go into a repeater, and this is going to do the same thing. It's going to split across to the other side. Alright, so we're up here in the area with the torch tree, and so what I've come up with is this. So this is just a normal hopper clock, and I tried this, and it seems to work. I tried it over here first, but it didn't really line up with this torch here. So I've tried it this way. I'm learning redstone as we go here. So if you power this block, it will stop this piston from, or it will keep this piston extended basically. So it won't continue to oscillate back and forth. So that works out really well. So I can basically, I mean, I'm sure those of you watching probably already know this, but I am not a redstone master, but this will extend the signal. So while the redstone block here is over on this side, this signal is powered. So I just need to have enough blocks in here, in the hopper, to have the redstone block on this side. So I think I'm going to need probably about 5 stacks of items. I'm thinking maybe less. Alright, so it turns out that a stack is pretty much what we're looking for. I did reverse this. So basically what we're doing is we're taking the raw signal from the torch tower, sending it through. We need to bypass the block here and the redstone here. So we're sending it into this. We're inverting it so that it sends a signal when this is activated. So when the button's pressed. And then, so that should send this redstone immediately upon the button press over this side. And then it'll come back to this side and basically retract all the water once the hopper's done its thing. So let me switch over to the camera count so we can kind of see things from above. And actually, let me preload it. Part of the problem that we're having, and I think we're going to end up going with sea lanterns instead of the redstone lamps, because the torches or the levers that we would need to power those redstone lamps, they interfere with the dispensers. That's the word I'm looking for. They interfere with the dispensers, so it kind of screws up the water flow. So I had to remove those. So anyway, let me switch over to the account. We've done a little more decorating. Hopefully this should be the final touches on this. And we'll work on the entrance in another episode, but at least the farm is done and you'll be able to see it from above. So let's switch over to that. Alright, we're on the cam account and we let it run for... I replanted everything. That takes about 5 minutes or so, maybe a little less than 5 minutes. And then to grow it, I left it go for about 20 minutes or so. And this is what it looks like from above. I think it looks pretty freaking sweet. You know what? We'll see what it looks like on a map in the next episode, maybe, or down the road. But I like how this looks. It looks like you've got the petals. It looks really nice. So let's do a quick run of it. So again, we're not going to harvest any of the stuff on top, but we are going to do this and let's see how this goes. So let me switch over here. So far so good. Alright, so we'll see if everything drops in. It is going slow, but I think we're good. I think we're good. Water's gonna shut off any second now. Yep. Cool, we got everything. That is awesome. And look at that, just in time the water stops, and I think the last of that stuff just popped in there. So that pops into the middle. That's interesting. So we probably don't need all of that, all of those hoppers. Crap, man. Well, that's gonna be a problem then. All right. Well, we'll have to sort that out, I think, between this episode and next. But you know what? The monument itself, the memorial, the STBN Memorial Nether Wart Farm is complete. Hopefully you enjoyed. And you know, this Memorial Day, if you're in the U.S., you know, if you see anybody in uniform, you know, thank a vet. Thank anybody that's currently serving. You know, they're doing it for our protection and for our way of life. So I thank them wholeheartedly, and I try and thank them every day. If I see somebody in uniform, just shake their hand. Just show them some love, show them some appreciation, and I think that's where we're going to end the episode. Hopefully, again, you enjoyed. If you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to leave them below. And until next episode, please do take care.